Oh, hello. You're right on time. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Let's get to work. Step into my office. I'm Jason with OHB Craft Cocktails. And I figure since we're going to be stuck at home for a while, we might as well make some drinks. Wait, is this mine? Doesn't matter. Welcome back, everybody. Today, we are going to make the Boulevardier. That's just a regular Boulevardier, but with a terrible French accent. You've never been to France. The Boulevardier gets its name from a magazine of the same name, written by an American living in Paris at the time, late 1920s. You may also know the Boulevardier as a Negroni with bourbon. That's like saying a whiskey sour is a lemon drop, but with whiskey. They're just different cocktails. Okay, let's talk about the things you're gonna need. Some kind of stirring vessel. Now, if you don't have a fancy stir jar like this, that's okay. A pint glass will work. Actually, a tall shaker tin. The lower thermal mass means it's a more consistent stirring vessel. Gonna need a spoon. If you don't have a fancy bar spoon, anything sort of long and skinny would work. I would avoid using an actual spoon or like a knife or something. Anything that's wide like that, you'll find is difficult to keep around the edge of the glass of the jar, and you're gonna end up churning the cocktail and aerating the cocktail, which we do not want to do. A straw would work, a skewer. I've even used a meat thermometer. I guess a regular thermometer would also work. Gonna need a strainer, just a Hawthorne strainer this time. Any strainer will do. Of course, a jigger. I hope you have an incremental jigger by now. If not, again, teaspoons and tablespoons. Then of course, gonna need a cup. You can serve this up, absolutely, if you like. I'm gonna put mine over a large cube to help keep it cold, because Campari, one of the main ingredients in this cocktail, is a bitter aperitif. I just am kind of a bitter weenie, and as it warms up, it gets more bitter. So I'm gonna throw it over a cube. Also, I make it pretty strong, so it doesn't hurt with a little extra dilution. Ingredients. Traditionally, this cocktail is made with bourbon, Campari, and sweet vermouth. That's it. I'm gonna kind of change it up a little bit. I'm gonna split the Campari with a touch of Aperol. Aperol is another Italian aperitif that's similar to Campari. It's less bitter, lower ABV, a little sweeter, a little less concentrated as Campari. So it's just gonna kind of balance that bitterness out for me. Then I use like a high proof bourbon or bottled and bond bourbon. Today I'm actually gonna use Old Fourth bourbon, Old Fourth Distillery here in Atlanta. First distillery since Prohibition. But something much more available is Evan Williams bottled and bond, also 100 proof. I like a richer sweet vermouth for this one, again, because of the sort of bitter nature of this cocktail. I'm using Jamie from Vogue. Carpano Antica formula, much easier to find, and also like a nice rich vermouth. If you don't have that, Coco Chanel works, or Putamez if you want to add an additional touch of bitterness to the cocktail. And then for garnish, orange peel. Let's make the Boulevardier. No? What do you mean it's creepy? Okay, ingredient number 1, 1.5 ounces of bourbon. God dang it. Trying to hide under the couch. 1/2 ounce of Campari. Yeah. 1/4 ounce of Aperol. Now, if you like and you don't mind the bitter, just do a full 3/4 ounce of Campari. Now, if you're gonna do a full 3/4 ounce of Campari, I might even bump this up to 1 ounce, but I'm gonna do 3/4 ounce since I've got the Aperol, which is gonna add a touch of sweetness to it. Fill that sucker with ice. Now again, we just want the ice to be well above the wash line. You don't have to fill it all the way up though. We're gonna put the back of the spoon, if you have one of these, against the glass, and we're gonna try to keep it there, swirling on the outside of the glass. Try not to churn, it should be fairly quiet. 25 to 30 seconds. Stare off in the distance, daydream about returning to normal life. Okay, got this fancy sphere, the largest cube or sphere that you have, and we're just gonna slowly pour that over the cube. Now, you also will see people online doing this really fancy high pour with a stirred drink. That's cool. It's gonna now aerate the cocktail, and you're gonna lose a lot of that velvety texture that we just worked so hard to create. Now for the garnish. Simple orange peel. Again, pressure on the outside, top to bottom, nice wide peel. Then we're gonna express it peel side over the drink. Basically, you're gonna fold it in half. Wipe around the rim. Now you can trim these up if you like, but I'm not fancy, or am I? There you have it, folks. The Boulevardier. It was not creepy. So good. Boulevardier. The Boulevardier.